CapCut AI, or artificial intelligence, is all over this software. It can make the really difficult things easy, and it can make the impossible possible. We're going to explore the latter in this video. Let's go. On our last video, we did a little project, and we used all the tools that we had already learned to create that video. Everything in it we already knew. This one's different. We're going to be introducing some new stuff that we've never seen before, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So, artificial intelligence, it's all over everywhere, and CapCut is no exception. CapCut really takes advantage of AI and makes some incredible things possible. Today, I'm going to make a video that I'm not even in, and you'll see what I mean. Let's go put it together. Okay, here we go. So we're going to do a video, and I'm not going to be in it. So the only thing I'm going to do is provide the vocals for it, and the software is going to translate that into another character altogether. Let's see how that's done. So I've already imported my my clips that I'm going to use in doing this, and the baseline clip is going to be this. It's going to be this background, kind of a newscaster kind of looking futuristic background. That's what I picked. And we're going to do a voiceover. We have to extend this quite a bit. So let's do that first. Get it out there and give it some room. And we'll go back and get it all on the screen together with the tool here. All right, so now what we're going to do is a voiceover. The Comica is connected to my camera, and it's going to be a continuous recording of my vocals during this production of this new video. But for the voiceover, I have my video mic Go 2 by Rode plugged into my computer. So that's going to be the voiceover microphone. And let's go ahead and do the voiceover right now. AI is everywhere. It's absolutely ubiquitous. It's across the country, it's across the world, and it's growing and it's growing, and its influence will not stop. Pretty soon, no actors will appear in any of the television shows or movies that you watch. No. Not in the leading roles, not in the extra parts. It'll all be us. We'll be everywhere. You'll soon not be able to tell whether it's a human being or an AI-generated superstar like myself in the videos and movies and television shows that you watch. Yes, it's possible. It could be the end of the world. Okay, that's our voiceover, and we can hear it. We're going to trim off the ends. Let's see. Well, actually, I'm going to leave a little room there. And then on this one, we'll clip this one too. Bring it down, and that's going to be the length of the clip of the video. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is highlight the voiceover, okay? And we're going to go up to text and hit auto captions. Now, it's not really that I need the captions themselves for this video. Not so much. They're not going to be all that useful. And we're not concentrating on them today. But we need them because when we create these auto captions and they're highlighted, just as they are now, and we go up here to the options that we have up here, when we scroll over one tick, we see AI characters. Now we have all these people, these variations of a theme that are available to us. We can pick any of them. Some of them are sitting, some of them are walking, some of them are standing. All right, so we're going to use him. Takes a little while to generate this. And once it does, you'll have the fully created character walking on the screen. And we're going to see how we're going to use that. Um, this video is a blend of two different things. These are techniques and skills that you already have applied to a situation that we've never seen before. So that's what this is. So let's see how this came out.
AI is everywhere. It's absolutely ubiquitous. It's across the country. It's across the world. And it's growing, and it's growing. And its influence will not stop pretty soon. No actors will appear in any of the television shows. Or movies that you watch, no. No, not in the leading roles. Not in the extra parts. It'll all be us. We'll be everywhere you'll soon not be able to tell whether it's a human being or an AI-generated superstar like myself. In the videos and movies and television shows that you watch, yes, it's possible. It could be the end of the world.
All right. And we're going to have that background go out a little bit further, and you'll see why in a little bit. All right. So that's the basics. You get the idea? Now we're going to add another element to it. If you recall, we had this earth. Well, we're going to add that earth into the mix as well. Earth. There we go. And we're going to slide it in down here. That's right. And we're going to start it at the very beginning. We're going to take it out to the end. We're going to be cutting that a little bit in a little while, but you'll see why. The first thing we want to do is take this and remove the background. And we can use the Chrome key. And so now what we're going to do, we're going to leave that there for a second. What we want to do is at the very beginning of this, we're going to start with the background pretty big. And as he's walking away from the background should get smaller, shouldn't it? So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to make it smaller.
AI is everywhere. It's absolutely ubiquitous. It's across.
All right, we're going to, before we do that, we're going to go to the very beginning of the clip and highlight this clip and put a keyframe on it.
AI is everywhere. It's absolutely ubiquitous. It's across the country. It's across the world. And it's growing, and it's growing.
About a quarter of the way through, the Earth should be about halfway to him, and it should be getting smaller, and you'll see why in a second.
Growing, and its influence will not stop pretty soon. No actors will appear in any of the television shows. Or movies that you watch, no. No, not in the leading roles. Not in the extra parts. It'll all be us.
All right, now it's halfway through. This should be about halfway through, and it'll be a little smaller.
We'll be everywhere you'll soon not be able to tell whether it's a human being or an AI-generated superstar like myself.
All right, now it's probably going to be about here. And we're going to stop it there.
In the videos and movies and television shows that you watch, yes, it's possible. It could be the end of the world.
All right. So now what's happened is we also need to make the background start getting smaller. Now, in this case, what we can do is take it all the way. We've got a keyframe on it there, and we're going to go all the way out almost to the end. And right here, we're going to put another keyframe, but we're going to make this a lot smaller. Okay, there we go, right to there. Boom, keyframe. So now it looks like this.
AI is everywhere. It's absolutely ubiquitous. It's across the country, it's across the world, and it's growing and it's growing. And its influence will not stop pretty soon. No actors will appear in any of the television shows. Or movies that you watch, no. No, not in the leading roles. Not in the extra parts, it'll all be us. We'll be everywhere you'll soon not be able to tell whether it's a human being or an AI generated superstar like myself. In the videos and movies and television shows that you watch, yes, it's possible. It could be the end of the world.
Okay, so there you go. Now what we're going to do is end the world. Yes, we are.
Be the end of the world.
Here comes our explosion. And we gotta first crop it because there's a whole lot of white in the way, and we don't want to see that. So we're going to get rid of that. Get rid of all the white space. All right, confirm that. Now we got to shrink it down because this explosion starts on the Earth. And now mask it. Let's see what that does. And as it goes along, we're going to grow it. Go back to basics and grow it. Just like that.
It could be the end of the world.
I think we're going to need to fade it out. So let's do that. Animation out. We need a big fade. Fade out. So let's see what happens here. Okay. And when the explosion ends, the Earth is gone and so is the little man. Now what we need to do is sell the explosion. And how are we going to do that? We're going to do it with audio. And we're going to go to explosions. Oh, here they are. Let's try this one. So let's try that. I'm going to make some room for it at the bottom. And here it comes. All right, we want to line it up right here where the explosion starts. And that's where the boom should happen, right there. So let's see what that looks like.
Or like myself, in the videos and movies and television shows that you watch, yes, it's possible. It could be the end of the world.
I want the fade out even slower if I can do it. I think that's better, don't you?
Possible. It could be the end of the world.
That's, for some people, they really don't like being on screen. They're private people. They don't like the public nature of this. And I completely understand that. It's something you gotta decide. But this is a solution. You don't even have to speak into the microphone and get this voice track down. You could type it out and put it in here, and it'll do text to speech. Incredible. Another AI feature. Not that we're going over it today, but that's another one. I thought of one other thing that might be fun in here. See what you think of this. I'm going to go back to audio, back to sound effects, and we're going to look for a bird chirp. That's the one. I'm going to go with that. Not sure where exactly it's going to go, so we'll have to see. Obviously, if we were actually doing this video for the purposes of distribution, I'm not. But if we were, then we'd have more work to do. We'd still have some more. I'd mess with the explosion. There's some of the the transparency of the Earth because of the um, green screen effect. There'd be work to do. There'd be some messing around with the audio. This is on every video. It doesn't matter. You're always going to be tweaking and playing with it, and it's never finished. You just finally have to send it out to the world. There's a time and a place. And at a certain point in time, you have to just cut the cord and say, that's all I can do in the time that I have. Let's let it go and send it out there.
AI is everywhere. It's absolutely ubiquitous. It's across the country, it's across the world, and it's growing and it's growing. And its influence will not stop pretty soon. No actors will appear in any of the television shows or movies that you watch now, not in the leading roles, not in the extra parts. It'll all be us. We'll be everywhere. You'll soon not be able to tell whether it's a human being or an AI generated superstar like myself in the videos and movies and television shows that you watch. Yes, it's possible. It could be the end of the world.
So that's it. Pretty amazing, isn't it? All built into CapCut, and it's all for free. This is stuff that things like DaVinci Resolve and the big boys, the really big softwares that are used in Hollywood, they don't have this stuff built in. They probably will one day. But right now, this is a big competitive advantage for CapCut, an amazing resource that you and I have at our fingertips. It's incredible. So take a shot at it. This is how those faceless videos are made. And people can knock out a ton of videos in a short amount of time using this technique. And they do. They make a lot of videos this way. So whether you like AI or whether you don't, I tend to not like it all that much, but I know it's here and it's here to stay and it's never going away. So I'm going to have to adapt to it. It's not going to adapt to me. And that's the way it's going to be. There's no doubt about that. It's here. And some of those tools are going to be useful. However, I would say this: once you get to YouTube, if you're going to do this with the idea that you're going to publish some of your stuff, you're going to put the content out there. I believe that the sort of real kind of nature of the videos that I make and many other content creators are making is going to be the antidote to AI. There's stuff that's slick and beautiful and really fantastic, but it loses a little heart. And there are people that are blowing up on YouTube because they're very personable. It's just you and them having a conversation, hanging out and talking, kind of like we do. So that may be the way that smaller YouTube creators like myself may be able to stand out in the world of AI by being legitimate, honest, real. Uh, it's possible. Hope so, because that's where I land. But anyway, uh, AI is an incredible tool. It's an incredible resource, and it's going to be here forever. So whether you like it or you don't, you're going to have to make your peace with it one way or the other, whether it's avoiding it completely or using it where you see fit. I'll be using it where I see fit, but that won't be as much as some other creators will use it. So that's the end of this video. I hope you had a good time and enjoyed it and learned something and can play with this and create some new stuff that you hadn't thought of before. Don't forget, thumbs up if you liked it. Hit that like button over there. and subscribe to the channel. Spread it around, share it, and leave me comments. I got to have your comments, or I don't know where I'm going. I got to hear from you. So throw out a lifeline. Let me know what's going on. We're pushing on toward 400 subscribers now, and that's great, and I'm excited. We're not there yet, but we're getting there. And just keep watching and keep sharing it with some friends and telling them that there's this old guy that doesn't go too fast. I hope that's how you feel. And anyway, until the next time we get together on The Older Creator, I'm Bruce. I'll see you.